skill for the fit. Is all. I think the game needs tons of change. Like the graphical changes from Song of the Elves, I honestly really like them, and I think that people are really afraid of that because they're afraid it's going to start looking like RS3. But I mean, if the game wants to grow and continue to move forward, it kind of has to change, or it's always just going to be this game that's going to slowly die. Because eventually, Jagex is going to, analyze the numbers and be like, I don't think we're making enough money on old school RuneScape anymore to warrant running it, and it's gonna, be shut down. Kind of crappy, but it's kind of the way it's going. Yeah, I could agree with that. Yeah, I can agree with releasing it earlier. I mean, I think they pulled Artisan and Sailing a little too early in the game's development, um, and also because Artisan and Sailing didn't have any. It didn't really have the same level of detail as Warding did. I didn't agree with how much work and time they put into Warding, when they could have definitely pumped that time into developing more skills, or worked on a skill that they've already proposed, like Artisan or Sailing. Personally, I really liked Artisan just because I thought like a Slayer based or a task based skilling skill would have been cool. Um, I think there was a lot of growth in Sailing. I just think that it's hard to know if Sailing would have been a better mini game aspect than a actual skill. It's hard to say. I mean, me and Valenti here, or Rob, have kind of brainstormed Sailing a little bit, and it has really cool elements. But every time we brainstormed it, it was just more of like, oh, this could be a mini game. I think Sailing has the potential of like adding a new way to fish, adding like a plundering aspect, like going to islands and plundering and fighting, maybe doing trade runs, like bringing trades to other ports. But
Oh
outside
my
of
god,
that,
are you still
yeah,
pitching this shit idea, dude?
I'm not pitching it. Where Big is talking about like wording and stuff like that.
Oh, what's Big's idea on warding?
He says it was okay, but he feels like it would have been better released earlier in the development of Old School RuneScape than now.
Uh, I could see that, but like at the same time, I don't think. Like I just feel like all the stuff that was on warding could be just put on other skills and it'd be just as good.
I'm gonna step away real quick. Give me 1 second.
Just step away, dude.
Bet this dude hasn't even set up his new microphone.
Probably not. You guys trying to barb assault? I would say even before Old School RuneScape came out, like way before RuneScape 3 was released. Yeah. I mean, thematically it makes sense, but like I don't know. Yeah, like you said, it should have been in the game a long time ago if they were gonna ever add it to the game. But I just don't feel like right now is a good time to add it to the game, so that's why we all voted no for it. You guys trying to do barb assault?
Not right now, but probably later, yeah.
Like,
If I had better skills on my alt, I would do it.
trying to do some quests on your alt with my alt?
I don't know.
I
Not
hate
right
you,
now.
Robbie. I hate you. I hate
Hey,
you.
Big says he'll do a barbarian assault with you.
Said if you need a fifth, I could.
Yeah. You need a fifth. You need a second, a third, and a fourth before that. Shit.
I'm
dude.
pretty vocal on the Reddit, honestly, with my opinion on the game. I want to see RuneScape grow. I think I mean it's already it's grown a lot, and I mean the dev team has put so much crazy content in. I mean the raids are insane. It's just like the unfortunate reality is every game dies, but I think RuneScape has like tons of potential, but unfortunately tons of the community wants it to be like this niche game where they can fulfill this never-ending 07scape style, which is great and all. But I think that I would love to see the game go as far as it can possibly go. Because I really enjoy RuneScape. It's always the game that I can come back to when I have nothing else to do. It's really what it is.
Here's the thing:
Like,
if you update it enough, it's just going to be RuneScape 3 again.
but that's I don't really agree with
That's
that.
why
I
they
think
have polling.
I think the fundamental aspects of our old school can't change because RuneScape 3 is dramatic. I mean, I'll never want to see EOC. I'll never
Yeah.
want to see the death of
EOC ever
PK.
comes again, I'm quitting again.
Yeah, I'll never want
I
to see
quit
those
last time.
things in old school. The only thing that old school really has to retain is its click mechanic. I mean, honestly, RS3, the death of RS3 was EOC. That's hands down the death of RuneScape 3 because that's when the click mechanic went away, and that's what people really enjoyed. If old school retains that click mechanic, it's I don't really think it could ever do anything that ruins it. Right now, the problem is it's power creeping. They're releasing things that are literally just filling the gaps and making the gaps so small that there's almost no point in some of the content. I think a lot of the content's dead and a lot of skills need to be reworked for sure.
Mm. Mm. I agree and disagree with that. I don't think
I
a
think
lot of content's dead, but I think there is a lot of I mean, there's a lot of stuff that needs improvement.
I think that it's hard to breathe life into old content though when you have a game like this, like when you have an MMORPG, because the way
What's
an
your KC at?
MMORPG develops the way a MMORPG develops is very stacked, kind of layered. The only way that you could really bring back other content is if you like really just so happen to find a way to like change older stuff in a way that makes it feel fresh, and that's incredibly difficult. I would never even dream of how to do that. You gonna take burnt? Are you gonna take a big here for some barb salt, James?
Did you not
He
hear what
can
he
come if
said?
he wants.
Oh, big!
We
You
need
come
a
if you
we need a second, third, fourth.
He said he wants to be the fifth, but nobody else wants to come with me anyways. I'm already doing it.
I would love to.
What are you talking
I need to
about?
get level 5 in all the rules.
Oh, calm
Barbarian
man.
Assault if you want to join.
Oh, well.
Never mind.
It's cake.
Ah, I need to get barrels gloves before I go do all that shit.
You don't have barrels gloves on your main?
No, alt.
On my ult.
Gives a shit about gloves, dude. You could have a fighter torso.
Right, the one I'm
To
just
give you
gonna
an
be
update,
sitting
I'm
in.
about to
But
kill
I'm never gonna have to wear it.
Shortbow and salve in Rune.
Wait,
I
what?
mean, you're never gonna have to wear it.
Yeah,
It's
like you
just
watched me
this thing's
run
just
in
gonna be
there,
camping rune drags the whole
and I
time.
just killed vorkath with magic shortbow, salve and rune arrows for a
Burnt's
6
a
minute
god, dude.
41 second
Burnt
kill.
is a god.
How long?
6 minutes 41 seconds.
That's
Yeah,
not
we
Ew.
know
bad.
what your PB is. What's your PL?
Personal.
So are you just gonna put just a car on that account then?
I'm gonna start out with like fucking barrels.